Hi there. Hi, family. We are here making financial decisions. This year, we've decided we're going to make ourselves financially literate and we are not leaving any table turned. Oh, so let's talk about financial perceptions. This is a very, very broad topic which very few people talk about, but it affects our day to day personal finance. It affects our decision making. It affects the way we have a relationship with our money. And it affects the way we can live a better financial secure future. So, today I'm going to talk about spending habits. Spending habits is a big thing that most people struggle with because it defines our relationship with money. It defines how we feel with money. So, for example, there are two ways which spending habits affect our day to day lives. There is the perceived wealth, which we have a perception that we are wealthy, and there's the lifestyle inflation. So, this topic today is going to talk about today we're going to talk about perceived wealth. So, when we talk about perceived wealth, we'll look at two case scenarios. So, let's say there's one person, let's use the name Charles. So Charles is privileged to have come from a wealthy background, I would say, or might be they don't struggle financially. So they have their finances secure. And Charles have been employed at the same time with Mark. Mark, on the other hand, is coming from a very humble background. He took several student loans for him to clear campus. He was even able to get some more money to be able to support his family back. And now both of them have been employed. They've been given a salary, so we can say 80,000 is the salary that they take, roughly there. So, do we expect that both Charles and Mark will have the same kind of lifestyle? No. They have different perceptions of wealth. For Charles, he has a perception that he's financially secure. He has an inheritance, there might be a piece of land that he can be given. There might be a small car somewhere which he knows if he asks from his family, he can be able to be given. And as a result, what happened is his financial decisions will not be based on a scarcity mindset. It will be based on a mindset that he has an abundant supply of money. And it is a perception. Does he have abundant money? No. The wealth he has might be what his parents are looking for to use for their retirement. It might be even wealth that is not liquid. So it's not tangible. It's not a productive asset. It's not something that generates an income. So that is a perception that he has created that he's wealthy, but really he's not wealthy. So his financial stability status is just an illusion. Whereas we have Mark. So in our case, Mark is really struggling. So for Mark's case, he just really feels that he needs to get it figured out. He is not ready to go back to poverty again. He's not ready to see his family struggling anymore. He's had enough of poverty. And as a result, what does Mark do? Mark decides to become frugal. Mark decides he's going to make wise financial decisions to be able to avoid debt anymore. He knows he already has a student debt. And in case he just messes up around, he will not have a home. Might be even his family does not have a piece of land. So he has to first buy a piece of land. He needs to build a home. He has so much things to accomplish. So he doesn't have the luxury. So when Charles is shopping, going to H Mall, when he's getting his new set of furnitures, when he's looking for the poshest estate that he can live in, Mark is very tactical. The reality of the kind of life he lived is making and shaping his financial decisions. And so, are you running a life where you have a perceived wealth illusion? Do you have a perception because you feel you came from a rich background, you feel you're wealthy? You feel now you don't need to save. There is a Messiah who will come and save you. You know, the Bible speaks about it. It speaks about those who vested their interest on the inheritance. In the book of Luke, chapter 12, the Bible talks about the ignorance of you thinking that the wealth that exists belongs to you. That you want to get a share of the inheritance from your brother. That is exactly what I call perceived wealth. You perceive now because your brother is wealthy, you're also wealthy. Oh, please. You need to figure out your own wealth. You need to figure out your money issues. You need to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. If your brother can afford to have a decent meal in his house and your salary does not allow, that's not a justification for you to think you also have to upgrade to the same status. Live within your means. Stop having a perceived illusion of wealth. Even if your parents are well off, if you do not learn how to manage that wealth well, if you do not advise them well, how you can be able to generate more income using the wealth, it will be an illusion. And at the end of the day, your financial decisions will affect you and your future. And by the time you realize that it was an illusion, you might have gone so deep. So make a wise financial decision. Stop having an illusion delulu moment where you think you got something, but you don't have it. If it doesn't have a name on, if it doesn't have your name on it, it doesn't belong to you. If you do not manage it, it doesn't belong to you. If it is not within your control, it doesn't belong to you. So here, I tell you, make wise financial decisions and stop having an illusion moment with your finances. That's the best advice I can tell you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this interesting, please subscribe so that you can get a notification in our next video. And we talk more of realistic perspectives. It's wise to accept rebuke. It's unfortunate if you do not accept change, because those who don't change don't get the luxury of time. And as the captain of the ship of this life keeps on going, your life will remain stuck. Ciao.